What are you guys doing over there? What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to a surprise edition of the report. Sorry. It's been a crazy week with work, and there's a lot of other stuff going on. I'll get into all that later. But that was one of the reasons that I really didn't know what time I was going to be able to do a show today. And I wanted to get one in. It was a really short week for me, but there's some movie news, and there's some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. So, so sorry for the time. Yeah, it's a little messed up, I know, but I want to thank everybody for joining in on Facebook. I don't even know if I have anybody in the lobby right now. It doesn't look like I do, but that's okay. I didn't expect to have a big show today. It is Friday afternoons, 3 o'clock. So, but I want to welcome everybody that does show up, and everybody that watches this. You can always go back and watch, guys. You can binge watch the report. How awesome would that fucking be? Fuck Game of Thrones. Fuck Walking Dead. Binge watch the report. But no, really, guys, there's a lot to talk about in a roundabout way. Not a lot of comic books, but there is always stuff happening. New York Comic Con was just passed, so we're going to talk about that. So good. And we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about some movie news. We're going to talk about some comic news, some stuff that I'm pretty excited about. What's weird is, I don't know, this doesn't look even in HD to me. Like, I don't even know if my shit's dirty. I don't know what's going on with it, but we'll figure it all out. But I'm going to go ahead and start the report. I'm on a little bit of a timeline, so we're going to get it started. Mike on the mic.com. If anybody is looking for a producer, I don't know, maybe you want to add some spice to your home movies you and your girl make with each other, try Mike on the mic. Mike Woodard is a fantastic producer. If you wanted some sexy theme music to go behind it, and maybe some, maybe some CGI shit on you. I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't do that, but I know there's some people that would do that. But, check out Mike on the mic. He's our producer for, the Giant Size Team Up Network. He's fantastic. He's done everything I've ever asked him to do, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do, but he knew. So that's the sign of a fantastic producer. So try Mike on the mic. Hey, Mike! Getting ready to start the 51st episode of the Blazing Defender Report. And I'm going to start it right now. Welcome, everyone, to the 51st episode of the Blazing Defender Report. I'm your host, Travis Jones, and it is a Friday afternoon. Happy Friday to everybody. It is 3:20 in the afternoon here in Louisville, Kentucky. Beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. It is actually a really gorgeous day today. Louisville is a fantastic place to live. It really is. Me and my wife, we're pretty well traveled, not just around the country, but around the world. And I always love visiting places. I always love seeing other countries, seeing how other cultures live. I think it's fantastic. I'm always really excited to get back home. Louisville is a really good city to live in. It really is. Anybody that's ever come in for the Derby or anything, I hope you had a great experience. I'm sure you did. We kind of go out of our way for tourists in Louisville during that week. But if you've never been to the Kentucky Derby, you ought to come down. And hey, if you come down, say hi to the Blazing Defender. Again, thank you everybody for it's in the Facebook chat room right now. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in. I didn't know what time I was going to do a show this week, so I didn't expect a big turnout, but it looks like I've got a few people, so that really makes me happy. Thank you guys for joining in. The reason is work has been crazy. I also have another job on my off day. Most firefighters do because we don't make shit, so you kind of have to do what you got to do. So my schedule's been a little bit crazy, and I have a retirement party tonight to go with a friend of mine, Eric Pender, who is retiring from the J-Town Police Department with 25 years. He was in the Sheriff's Department before that, so I'm going to make sure I definitely go see him tonight. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm looking forward to having a good time. So I didn't know what time I was going to do the show, but there's a lot to talk about. And I really hope you guys enjoyed episode 50. Casey Stroh's from the Bad Coyote Funky. I always have to think about that for a second because I always fuck it up. The Bad Coyote Funky podcast. 3 guys hanging out, kind of doing what I do by myself, talking about nerd shit. He was gracious enough to come on the show. He's a big fan of the show. I had no idea Casey was such a fan of the show. And like, the head of my network was like, hey man, you really need to get Casey Stroh's on your show. And I was like, okay. Like, why the fuck would he want to do my show? Like, I didn't know why. And then, like, they kept telling me, they're like, hey man, you're really hurting Casey's feelings. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So, and I'd done some shows with Casey in the past. I'd done Breaking the Panel with Casey. I want to say we were on another show together. He's great, but I had no idea that he was such a fan of the Blazing Defender Report, which is fantastic because he really helped me in episode 50. It was such a big show. We really bounced things off each other. I'm definitely going to have Casey back. I'm trying to figure out OBS. If anybody out there is familiar with OBS software and like streaming without a fucking lag, and you know, the audio was fine, but the video, like right now I'm using my fucking iPhone 7 and it works fucking great. There's no lag. There's none of that shit. I go to IBS. I have a gaming rig computer that I built myself. This motherfucker's, it's got more power than I'll ever use. OBS, it fucking lags. Now, I heard it was lagging a bit on Casey's part, so that may be something we have to work out with him being on the show. But the video stuff is something I always want to do. I know you guys really enjoy it. I thought about getting rid of it at one point, and then the outcry was like, no, you gotta. And I was like, okay. So I'm trying to do both, but I gotta make it good. I'm not gonna use OBS if it's gonna be fucking laggy and all that shit. So we're gonna figure it out, but we're gonna get Casey back. Casey's a fantastic guest to have. I love having him on, so he will be back. So for all you that loved Casey on episode 50, have no fear. The flaming matchstick will be back. We're trying to figure out, I'm going to have a contest. If Casey's on enough, I'm going to have a contest, and we're going to come up with a sidekick name for Casey. He's dying for one, so it's only fair that we fucking give him one, right? So that's going to happen. Guys, I also want to say I'm a proud member of the Giant Size Team Up Network. Botched, Pokemon Go, Breaking the Panel, Toy Power, which is our new show. They're from Australia. Fuck, I didn't know that. I was listening to the show the other day. I was like, dude, these set guys sound cool as shit. But they talk about vintage toys. They talk about new toys. So, check them out if you're into toys. I know I've got some shit. And speaking of toys, I want to mention one of my proud partnerships. Collector Zone, motherfuckers. Collector Zone is your one-stop shop for all your collectible needs. The #1 collectible in the fucking country is Funko Pops. What is a Funko Pop? Well, I've got some right here, as you can see. And I also have this one that you'll never be able to fucking buy because it was custom made by a fan. The Blazing Defender Pop. Check him out. Woo! Boom. He's kicking your ass. He's kicking your ass back there. No, John Geiger made this for me. It's fucking awesome. I love it. And you can buy those. If you're creative enough, you can buy your own Funko Pops. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Dennis Richardson from Botched, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Dennis Robinson from Botched, everybody's in the Facebook chat now. What's up, Dennis? Yeah, man, you missed it. I kind of gave my reasoning why I didn't know what time the show would be on. I was thinking 3:15, 3:30. I didn't know, so that's a fucking hit record on it, and let's just go with it. It's Friday. I want everybody to grab a beer, grab a drink. I have a little something in the Black Rifle coffee mug. But yeah, go to Collector Zone. Go to collectorzone.com. In the coupon code area, put Con Travis. Now, it's not like, it is like. I'm not going to say it's not like, because it is like. It is Con, as in Con Man. Okay? Con Travis, Travis. And it will give you 15% off. The reason it is Con Travis, me and Marcos are going to change this. Okay, but it's Contravis because when I was at Dragon Con, we really did a big promotion, and that was the code word. We see no sense in changing the code word, but now as I'm giving these promos, these reads, we really need to change it because I don't like saying it no more. So we're going to have to change it to Blazing D or something like that. But Contravis in the coupon code, get 15% off your total order. Now, guys, 15%. You spend $100. You saved, what, $13? Hey, not too fucking bad, right? Like I said, check them out on Facebook, Collector's Own Cantina, where people are posting stuff. They're posting stuff they want Marcos and them to look for. It's really, really cool. And they had the New York City Con Pops out right now. And I just seen this one. I was going to message Marcos that, oh, I want this. And it's already fucking sold out. I'm so pissed. And it is, I don't even know how to say the fucker's name. It is Joaquin Gahar. He's one of the faceless men that trained Arya or Ari in Game of Thrones. They've got his pop. It's got the little gray streak in his hair and shit. It looks so cool. He's got a little hood on. But it's sold out. So good luck finding that motherfucker. It is a New York City Con exclusive. If you message Marcos and them, they will try to find you this stuff, guys. So that's the great thing about Collector's Own, and that's what I love about them, is they are going to help you find something. Good luck calling Mattel. Good luck calling Big Bag Toy Store and being like, hey guys, I need you to find me something. You know what they're going to tell you? That's exactly what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you fucking nothing. If they did, they're going to say, get the fuck out of my face, kid. We got a lot of other shit going on. But collectorzone.com. If you forget the coupon code, let me know. I'll send it to you. Okay? All right. Someone else I want to talk to you about is, if you're in the Louisville area, The Zone Comic Shop. Do you see how I have a theme going with my sponsors here? The Zone, Collector's Zone. Maybe I need to change the Blazing Defender. No, that's not happening. But anyway, go to The Zone Comic Shop. Dan is the biggest nerd out of all of us. There was something that I was looking for yesterday. I was going to pre-order it from somebody else because I didn't know if he could get it. He was like, I will get it for you. And he did get it for me with a discount. So that's fantastic. I'm going to see if Dan is open to shipping stuff out to you guys. If you need something your comic shop can't provide, Dan's shop is the shit, man. I'm telling you. He's got fucking action figures everywhere. He's got ends to all the comic shops, all the major distributors. He can find you a variant cover that's very hard to find. So me and Dan are going to talk about it, but that's neither here nor there. If you're in the Louisville area, The Zone Comic Shop on Hubbard's Lane. It's right beside the Kroger. Check that shit out, man. You're going to love it. You're going to love Dan. He's fantastic. Another proud partner, Black Rifle Coffee. If you haven't joined the coffee club and you like coffee, what the fuck is wrong with you? Black Rifle Coffee is by far the best coffee, the freshest coffee that you can buy. I'm telling you right now, to your house, 72 hours from when it's picked off the bean. Come on, man. You're not finding no fresher coffee than that. For these kind of prices, check them out. I don't have a new coupon code for October, but I will get it to you. Black Rifle Coffee. Check out, if you don't know what kind of coffee you would like, they have, it's called a two-bagger. It's a variety pack. They're going to send you like two of their most popular brands, or popular blends, I should say. So please check that out. I've got guys at the firehouse fucking hooked on this shit. We drink Folgers, so we don't know what the fuck is good coffee. I tell them, when I get to early in the morning, I know it's my guys coming in, I'm like, hey, we're drinking good shit today, boys. And they love it. So check out Black Rifle, veteran owned, and they only hire vets. Their goal is to hire 10,000 vets. So they're a small company also. They're growing. Help them grow. Get behind that. I know I do. Okay, yeah. And Eric Pender, again, congratulations. Retiring after 25 years in the Jefferson Town Police Department. He was a sheriff before then, so he's been in law enforcement his whole life. We're going to have fun tonight, brother. I got you a big cigar. I got a nice bottle of bourbon we can smoke it with. It's going to be a fucking good time. All right, enough of the fucking bullshit. Let's get on with it, guys. Comic news. Sometimes I start with movie news, but I'm going to start with comic news because I'm pretty excited about this. Robert Kirkman. I know you're driving in your car, you're listening to this on iTunes, leave a review, 5 stars if you want to, and you're driving and you're going, Robert Kirkman? How do I know that name? I don't know. He did a little show called The Walking Fucking Dead. I injected the fucking, which there's a lot of fucking in the comic book. Not so much fucking on the TV show, which is pretty disappointing, but a great TV show nonetheless. Robert Kirkman is starting a new comic book called Oblivion Song. This is a story that the hero's name's Nathan Cole. He spends his days trying to rescue people from another dimension called, you guessed it, Oblivion. 10 years ago, 300,000 people in the Philadelphia area were mysteriously teleported to Oblivion. Okay? And man-eating monsters took this 300K place. So it's some type of, imagine this, Robert Kirkman doing a post-apocalyptic story, but he says it is very, very different than The Walking Dead. It already sounds like it. But it's mainly about how society forgets. Why Philadelphia? Jamie asked why Philadelphia. I don't know. Why Philadelphia? Why not fucking Kentucky, Kirkman? Now let me tell you about Robert Kirkman, okay? He's an asshole. Like, for real. He's a serious fucking asshole. He wouldn't do a signing at the comic shop I used to go to on Old Shepherdsville Road because he said that he needed to be able to smoke inside the establishment. And the owner was like, oh, fuck no, you can't smoke. So he's like, oh, well, can't do it then. Sorry, fuck you. So Robert's kind of an asshole. I know, like, you watch him on Talking Dead and shit, and you're like, man, that's a cool dude. And trust me, I was a guy that always wanted to meet Robert Kirkman. I'm a Kentucky boy. He's a Kentucky boy. He's made it big. I haven't. So I was really wanting to meet him because, you know, I love the Walking Dead comic book and the TV show for that matter. And as I'm inquiring about him, as I'm going to these comic conventions and I'm starting to meet people in the business, like Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, friends of the show, all these stories are coming out, and I get it. People say shit about me, I'm sure, like, man, that fucking Blazing Defender's a dick. Well, I probably was, and I'm not perfect, and I might have had a bad day. I usually don't, but I do have them occasionally. I've lived a long time, 46 years, be March. I'm sure I've made some people mad. Ask my fucking wife. For sure, I've pissed her off. So my point being is, you hear something, you're like, yeah, whatever. I hear this all the time. All the time about Robert Kirkman. Neil Adams, same fucking thing. Neil Adams is a fucking douchebag. Okay, ask Big Sam, my co-host on Meatheads on Movies, how big of a douchebag Neil Adams is. And he will go off for 30 minutes. He's got, like, legit stories that happened to him from Neil Adams. So, like, when all these people are saying you're an asshole, you're a fucking asshole, man. So, I'm sorry. I've never met you, Robert Kirkman, and I do hope to. And if I did see him out, I would, like, try to introduce myself or whatever, just to see for myself, and then I might fucking punch his mouth out. I don't know. But anyway, I'm very excited about this book. Be a dick or not, Robert Kirkman can write incredible stories, okay? And we're going to talk about one that he wrote today, and Here's Negan, okay? Which is the origin story of Negan. So, if you're a Walking Dead fan, and you want to know about the origin of Negan, hang around, okay? But anyway, sounds pretty cool. He's got a great artist. His name escapes me, but I'm very, very excited for Robert Kirkman's new work. Now, this is what I'm really, really excited about. Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy. If you didn't watch episode 50 and watch me just gag on Sean Murphy's dick, then you missed it. Sean Murphy is one of the most incredible artists working today. In Batman White Knight, which came out last week, he did a single page, and it was fucking comic book porn. And, like, not just me, but, like, I was in a big thread on Twitter with a bunch of different artists. Sean Murphy was in the conversation, as a matter of fact. And, oh, my troll's back. Hey, troll. Hey, Andrew the troll. What's up, buddy? No, Andrew from Comic Jacked on Facebook. Check those guys out. Those guys are clowns. I mean clowns in a good way, like Joker, like the Joker, or Twisted, or the dudes that drank Fandango. Who were those? Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, I knew it. I knew who they were. But anyway, Sean Murphy, Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder, to me, Scott Snyder, friend of the show, Scott Snyder. He signed that somewhere down there on that. And Greg Caputo, friend of the show. Scott Snyder is doing his swan song, his final Batman story. Scott Snyder, to me, is the greatest writer on Batman ever. Ever. So he's doing his final story. They didn't tell us a lot about it, but it's called Batman Last Night, and he compared it to Lone Wolf and Cub. Now, if you're not familiar with Lone Wolf and Cub, let me tell you, you need to go online and find these and read them. Now, I didn't say go steal them online, go stream them online somewhere, or go to a comic shop and try to find some of the original stories. The Lone Wolf and Cub is like one, I think it's the reason, Travis King, who was in the chat earlier, he's my tattoo artist. My Japanese sleeve that he did. One of the reasons is I'm laughing at these guys in the chat. They're fucking retarded, and not retarded in a bad way. Retarded like I really like you retarded. So there's different retards. So anyway, I'm a huge, I love Oriental culture. I love all that. And I think as a kid, reading Lone Wolf and Cub made me that way. I really do. Comic books were a huge influence on my life, if you can't fucking tell. So when he said it's kind of like Lone Wolf and Cub, a Batman story, shut up. I'm fucking all in. So, but it does take place in the future, and he's already did a 0-year story, a Batman Rebirth story. I believe, and I'm just spitballing here, that this is going to be the death of Batman, because it does take place in the future. We don't know how far, and we don't even know if it's going to be in continuity. And when I say continuity, I mean it's going to affect everything else that comes after it, or even before it. Why does Batman have a weird axe? You're referring to Greg Capullo, a friend of the show. This lithograph back here, he's got a weird axe because that's technically not our Batman. This is the Dark Knight's Metal Batman, which I'm going to talk about Batman Metal 3 coming up. But that's it for comic news. Okay, movie news. Man, have you seen the New Mutants trailer? I seen it dropped. I was at the firehouse. I really didn't give a shit because, I don't know. I just can't really get excited about anything mutant related that Marvel doesn't do, because Marvel doesn't do anything mutant related because they don't have the fucking rights to it. It's all Fox. So I don't get too excited about it, okay? Well, I watched the trailer today. Holy shit. I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'm all in. It's a horror movie. It's going to be a horror picture in the X-Men universe. And it is going to be in continuity, which I was like, holy shit, that's a fucking change for Fox. I'm all in. So yeah, it looks like it didn't look like a horror movie. It is going to be a fucking horror movie. It's going to be a very psychological horror movie, it looks like. I don't know a lot about it, but there's a shot of a gravestone, of a bunch of gravestones with numbers on them. Looks eerie familiar to the X-Men's Days of Future Past. The way they're angled, everything, like Kitty Pryde's walking through, and they have the names of Wolverine, Professor Xavier, Beast, Cyclops. Whereas this has numbers on them, so I'm sure it's the number that was associated with mutants that were being experimented on. And from what I've seen is, and it's got another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd that it's got these kids singing it, and it just adds to the fucking creep factor, man. It's super creepy. And I'm like, holy shit. I love it when I set my expectations down here and they fucking shoot over my head. I love that. I love being wrong. I love it. I'm wrong a lot, so I'm happy a lot. So that's a thing. But anyway, So some of the characters I recognize were Moonstone. It looks like they're going to really center around Moonstone. She has the power to make your greatest fears come to life, like manifest your greatest fears. Moonstone Magic, which is X-Men Colossus's sister. Sunspot Wolfsbane, who is Ari from the Game of Thrones that we talked about just a few minutes ago. And Cannonball. Now, Cannonball was the one I was a little taken back by when I found out this was Cannonball, because he's got a, like, the shot that they show, there's something going on in a dryer. Okay, and like he's like hearing this weird noise, and of course, what do fucking people do in horror movies when they hear weird noises? Yep, I heard somebody say it. You're right. They go check it out like dumb shits. So, but he's got like his arm in a sling, and he's all busted up. And the Cannonball from the comic books, when he's blasting, he's invulnerable. Like he's totally invincible. So I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't have his ability yet. I don't know. But like he goes up to the dryer and it stops making the noise, and then like this fucking hand like puts, you know, it's on the glass of the door, and it ignites in fire. So it looks like somebody threw Sunspot's ass in a fucking dryer. So instead of them being in a school, which they were in the comic books, the School for New Mutants, it looks like they're being tested in a hospital. So, but you still may get some of the hazing or bullying or something that goes on in schools. I don't know. But I'm fucking all in. And it looks like the Demon Bear is going to play a major role in, like, the bad guy. And who's the fucking Demon Bear? The Demon Bear was a manifestation of Moonstone's fear, and it actually killed her parents. So, and, like, there's a picture of her laying in a hospital bed, and she's got a bear on her necklace. So, hey, you heard it here first, right? All right. Now I want to talk about the Last Jedi trailer for a minute. I need a drink before I do that. Oh, god damn, it's good. All right. Last Jedi trailer. I've been very hypercritical of the Star Wars trailers. The trailer game has really been amped up in the last 5-10 years. Like, trailers will make you go watch a movie or not make you not get excited about it. So, and sometimes they just show you too much in a trailer. That's how much trailers have evolved. Star Wars, I have said for a long time, is they need to up their trailer game. And they did to a certain extent in this. And this is what I don't like about what they did in the trailer. I'm sure everybody watches seen the trailer. If you hadn't, go to Blazing Defender Report on the Facebook page. It's on there. I've posted it. They're trying to trick you. And what I mean by trying to trick you is they're showing Rey. It looks like she's talking to Kylo. Kylo reaches his hand out, shows Rey, and it's two totally different backgrounds. Like, I'm not saying they're not having this conversation, but they're not having the conversation as it's portrayed in the trailer. And then there's a scene where it looks like Kylo's about to blast Leia out of the sky. I still say Kylo does not kill Leia. It's someone else that kills Leia. There's just a lot of misdirection in the trailer. Hey, I get it. It's making people discuss it. It's making us talk about what we think is going to happen, what's not going to happen. And then there's this Snoke is in the background talking about, finding someone with such raw power, and, and it looks like he's talking to Kylo, but I believe he's talking to Rey. So there's a lot of misdirection. So I won't even go into the trailer breakdown, because you can watch it and just view for yourself. This is what I wanted to tell you. All right, I'm not going to ruin it. There's people in chat. I don't watch the trailers, and Travis is going to ruin it. That's the troll that said that. So you can't take that for shit. This is what I'm going to ruin for you. Now I don't know this. This is a crackpot fan theory. I Googled it today to see if anyone else had thought of it. No one on the internet has said this. So I believe you're going to hear it here first. Okay? And I've said this from the moment I seen episode 7. I believe Dr. Aphra was on issue 3, maybe, when episode 7 came out. So if you're not reading the Star Wars comic books, you should be. All right? Because anything that happens in the Marvel Star Wars comic books is food or canon for future movies. All right? Now, Dr. Aphra. Someone says who? Who's Dr. Aphra? All right. Dr. Aphra is an archaeologist. She's kind of like a Tomb Raider / Indy Jones in the Star Wars universe. But she's dirty. Like she'll act like she's selling you a rare artifact. She's gaffling your money, and then she's going to go sell the artifact to someone else at a higher price. But you think you've got an artifact, but you don't have shit. And now she's became obsessed with Darth Vader. Her and Darth Vader, she played a big role in Darth Vader after Empire Strikes Back. So she's very, very important in the Star Wars mythos. All right? Now we've got episode 7. You've got REY. She's on Jakku, this desert planet. A lot like Tatooine, right? There's a scene, and I swear to God, I said this as soon as I seen it. I was like, holy shit. I know. When everybody's talking about who's Rey's mom, I know who Rey's mom is. From that one scene where she's sitting there with the helmet and the goggles on, it's Dr. Aphra. Dr. Aphra is Rey's mom. Now, I would assume Luke is the father because there's a trade paperback. It's called Screaming Citadel. And it is about Dr. Aphra and Luke. Aphra's got the hots for Luke. She can't deny it. All right? Luke hit that shit. I don't know when, I don't know how, but he hit that shit. I don't think he knew that he had a child. I think Aphra was pregnant, didn't tell Luke, hid the child away on Jakku. Why would they go by the comics? Why wouldn't they go by the comics? It's canon. The extended universe novels aren't canon anymore. Some of them are, some of them aren't. A lot aren't. So what better way to get people to start reading comic books or to hide Rey's mom out in the open than to have Dr. Aphra be your mom? Now, J.J. Abrams did come out and say, now the play on words, now hear me. This is the people that said The Last Jedi. Oh, Jedi's plural or singular, okay? Now, listen to this. All right, I gotta get another drink. I got allergies. Leave me alone. All right, check it. Fuck, I done forgot what I was gonna say. No, I got it. Dr. Aphra, she's an archaeologist, right? How did Luke get those books? The books that you seen in the first trailer. I'm going way back. I did a breakdown of the trailer way back. Those are the Book of Wills. The Book of Wills is an order of guardians of the Force that predate the Jedi. When's the last time you seen a book in a Star Wars movie? Or a cartoon? You haven't. There's books in the first trailer. If you go to the first trailer in the cave, there's a set of books. Okay? Those are the Book of Wills. When Luke talks about the Jedi Order is over, that's what he's talking about. He's starting to believe that the Jedi had it wrong. There is no light and dark side of the Force. Like there is, but the Guardians of the Wills, they didn't believe. It's W-H-I-L-S, I believe. So you can Google it. Book of Wills, W-H-I-L-S, Star Wars, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They believed in a light side, but they didn't believe in a dark side. They believed in a middle ground. And I think that's where Luke is trying to balance the dark side, the power of the dark side of the Force. You like how I did that? The power of the dark side of the Force with the light side of the Force. Okay? Now, who got him them books? Do you think Luke went out and found a bunch of fucking books? Dr. Aphra found the books because she's a fucking archaeologist. Hey, I'm 240 pounds. I ain't that fucking smart, all right? But I figured this shit out. I'm telling you, And you won't find this shit on no website. Y'all getting it free right here. So, my point being, if you haven't been reading Dr. Aphra, start reading the Dr. Aphra comic books. She's a fantastic new original character that's been interjected in the Star Wars universe from these Marvel comics. Okay, so if you're a Star Wars fan, and I went to see episode 7 with a bunch of Star Wars fans, and they fucking had no idea. Like, everybody wants to talk about Rogue One, right? The last 5 minutes of Rogue One. Oh my God, Vader, Yeah, it was awesome, right? I loved it. I felt like I'd seen it before. I wasn't that blown away with it because I've been watching Vader be a badass in the Marvel Comics. This new series by Charles Soule, the Volume 2 of the Darth Vader mythos, has been fucking amazing. Okay? And the Kyber crystals that you seen in Rogue One, where they had the Guardians, that were guarding the Kyber crystals that fueled Jedi lightsabers. Well, guess what? Why does anybody in the chat know why? There you go. Yes, Andrew. Yes, the Book of Wills. That's correct. Does anybody know why Sith lightsabers are red? I'll give you a minute while I take a drink. I got allergies. God damn it! I done told you. No, my throat's draining like crazy. It makes my throat dry. All right. Yes, Marcos. Marcos is correct because Marcos watches the show or he reads the comic books, one or the other, because I've talked about it. The Dark Force makes Kyber, they're sentient crystals, and they make them bleed with the dark side of the Force. They're bending these crystals that are really probably sentiently good. They're bending them to the will of the dark side, and they're causing them to bleed. How awesome is that? That came out of the fucking comic books, man. That came out of the comic books, okay? So if you're not reading the fucking Star Wars comic books, long story short, you should be. All right, enough. Dr. Aphra is Rey's mom. Save this video in your archives, and then when it's all said and done, episode 9, because it won't be, they won't release it now. But we might get some more information on how Luke got these books and all that. It's all going to come out. Oh, what I was going to tell you about what J.J. Abrams said about Rey's parents. He said, this is a plan. Now, if I'm wrong, Andrew, just put it in the closet with all the other wrong shit I said. Okay, that's what you do with it. How about, I'll wear a chicken mask? Okay, I'll wear a chicken mask. So we're making a web wager? Is that what we're doing? What do you do, Andrew, if I'm right? What do you do? Do you stop trolling me? Is that what you do? We'll figure it out. I'll wear a chicken mask. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I gotta get this J.J. Abrams point out because I keep getting fucking sidetracked. Listen, Abrams said Rey's parents, plural, were not in episode 7. Okay? Now, that means, Luke's not her dad. Luke's not her dad. He may not be. Someone else may hit Aphra. She's kind of a slut, honestly. So, I don't know. It might be Chewbacca's baby. I don't know. But my point being is, he said parents. He's right. Her parents were not. Her father was. Her parent was. It could be Obi-Wan. It could be. But in the comics, there is they made this character for a reason. The Screaming Citadel was a stupid fucking story other than this Luke Aphra. No, she's not pure force. She's not pure force. But like Leia and Luke, Leia and Luke came from Anakin and Padme. Padme wasn't a force user, but Anakin was. So not both parents have to be midichlorian full. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, so no, I don't think she was force sensitive at all. But if she was, Vader would have sensed it and probably cut her a long time ago. But check out Dr. Aphra's comic book series. Okay, you guys are gonna like it. I'm telling you. I can just tell by the chat. You guys are really going to like it. And you heard it here first. Just remember that. Okay. Comic books. It's a short week, man, and I'm going to get through them pretty quick because my pick of the week is going to be way out there, and it's no one. Snoke's kid, I said it. Hey, Snoke could have hit Afra. I don't know. Hey, you know, I mean, he's an ugly motherfucker, but he might be packing down low. I don't know. It's a short week, and I'm really going to go against the reviews from all the other comic reviewers. Casey, if you're still in the chat, I'd be really curious on what you thought about these books. But first book that everybody is jerking off, that I will not, is Mr. Miracle. Okay? Written by Tom King, and the art is by Gerards, I believe is how you say his name, Mitch Gerards. Fantastic artist. Let me just say that right off the bat. Okay, this is my notes. Okay, when I read a book, I gotta write these notes down or I forget. And now a lot of times my first initial feeling of a book isn't where I marinate in it and come back to. And my score is usually much higher. All right. I love the dialogue. If you like a Quentin Tarantino movie, you're going to love this dialogue in Mr. Miracle. You're going to love it. Because it is so bizarre, but yet you're engrossed in it. It's weird. But this is Tom King. This is what Tom King does. Tom King is one of the best writers in comics today. Okay? Now, I may have made him angry on Twitter when I said Sean Murphy's White Knight was pick of the week last week. I don't think he liked it too much, but hey, fuck, this is what I do. I'm to give you my opinion, okay? Batman was great last week. Tom King wrote Batman 32. It was character defining, but Sean Murphy's White Knight was that much better. I'm getting off track, and this is what I do. Tom King is on Mr. Miracle. He does great dialogue. But I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's going on. If you're not familiar with the character, you're really going to be lost. I am somewhat familiar, and I'm totally lost. But Big Barda, who's Scott Free, who's Mr. Miracle, that's his wife, they are new gods. And they're basically children of Darkseid. They're at a war. The new gods of New Genesis are in a war with Apocalypse. Okay? Not Apocalypse. It's the planet that Darkseid resides on. Okay? They're on furlough or on leave on Earth. He's doing like David Blaine shit. You know, but then like, it's weird. It's really weird. I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but I do enjoy it. I love Mitch Gerard's fucking artwork. It's fantastic. The way he makes them look on Earth, and then when they go to New Genesis, it's just this totally different style with great colors, and it's violent. This is a very violent book, which I also love, which has really kept me engrossed. If it wasn't for the violence, I probably would have stopped reading it, I'll be honest. But Tom King always has an end game. And he may run you around, but when you get to the end game, you're gonna like it. So I gave this a 7.9. Now, why'd you give it a fucking 7.9 if you don't know what's going on? Because I know a little bit more now. Mr. Miracle's losing his mind. And this is very reminiscent of the Moon Knight series. I want to say it was Charles Soule that did the Moon Knight series. If Jason Jones is in the chat, he'll know. I can't remember, but it was fantastic. Moon Knight was way better than this is because at least we knew what was going on. It took me to issue 3 to go, oh, Mr. Miracle's losing his shit. Why is he losing his shit? I don't know. He's a fucking new guy. Do they lose their shit? I guess they do. I don't know. But his art's great. Best book being written by DC. A reviewer said that, a well-known reviewer from a well-known comic website. Best book being written at DC. Well, you need to read more comic books, bro. Because it ain't that fucking good. But I did give it, now if you're a new reader, if you're new to comic books, do not buy this book. You're going to be fucking lost. You're going to be like, what the fuck is this? But now if you're a savvy and experienced comic book reader, read it. He does a 9-panel style, which if you read comic books, you'll know what I'm talking about. 9-panel style, which is really popular right now, but it really suits King and Gerard's talents. It really, really does. So 7.9. Fuck it. I'll stand by that. All right. The next book. By friends of the show, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Friends of the show. Dark Knight's Metal 3. Now that is the Jim Lee variant cover. I kind of went the extra dough for that because, well, I love Jim Lee. I told Greg Capullo Jim Lee was my favorite artist. But I told him they were my favorite creators on Batman. So, there you go. I made up for it. Dark Knight's Metal 3. This is, if you haven't been reading the Metal series, you're kind of missing out. This is the most, oh God, ambitious Batman story of all time. Like, there's a lot going on. There are tie-ins that you really need to be reading. After this issue 3 here, it's really kind of been painfully obvious to me why. If I hadn't been, I might have been really lost here. And I'll tell you, I love Scott Snyder. I think he's fantastic, but he really kind of lets me down here. There was a huge twist about the music notes. You're like, what? What are you talking about? Music notes? Yeah. Okay. Brief synopsis. Dark Knight's Metal. Batman has been being groomed by a evil dark lord of the dark universe called Barbatos. He's actually, Batman has met Barbatos before in the past, all the way back in 1989. That's how far the story goes back. It's so rooted in Grant Morris's run, Scott Snyder's first run on Batman. He's planted all these seeds and made a really, really cool story. And I wondered how he was going to tell such a I don't want to say convoluted story, but a very complicated story in such a short issue span. Anyway, it kind of lets me down here. Greg Capullo's art is amazing. The Dark Knights, these evil Batmen that are coming from these alternate dimensions are dope. I don't know if that's one or not, Andrew. I don't know if that's our Bruce Wayne from Earth 0 or from Earth 32. I don't know. But he's badass looking, right? And that's kind of the mainstay for me right now. Now, here's a cool Easter egg. I'm a metal guy. Like, I love heavy metal music. I love hard rock. So does Greg Capullo. All right? We talked about it in Cincinnati. We're friends. But anyway, his Rocket to Range story is fantastic, by the way, if you ever get a chance to hear it. But there's little Easter eggs in all these metal issues. If you go back and you'll see they're given the horns. Like, all these characters in some way are given the metal horns. All right? Like, Superman in this issue is getting kind of like knocked out, and when he's flying back, his hand's like this. And there's 6. I counted 6 in this issue, but my favorite one was in issue 2, and Baby Darkseid is given the metal, like, you can see him right down in the corner. He's going like this to Barbatos. It is so awesome. I'm like, little Baby Darkseid's metal. So it's so cool. That's neither here nor there. I gave this, actually, this is probably the worst score that I've given the metal books. Not the tie-ins now, but I gave it a 7.8. There's a lot to go on, but there's still so much more story to tell. And we do get some answers here. And what happens is, this issue was basically to take Superman out of the picture. What? How do they do that? Superman, yeah, big badass fucking Boy Scout that can basically handle anything. And how they got him was they outsmarted him. Barbatos outsmarted him. And I've always loved, now if you watch the show, you know I love the dynamic between Batman and Superman. Like, I loved Batman versus Superman the movie. Okay? But a lot of people didn't. And I understood their complaints because I love the brotherhood. He's the light, Batman's the dark, but they're brothers. And Superman told him in issue 1, God damn it, Bruce, we're brothers, let me help you. And Superman will not give up on Bruce. And Barbatos uses that goodness, that loyalty against Superman and leads him into a trap. Superman's going to be out of the picture. He's not dead, but he probably wishes he was. So it's a good issue. It really is. But it's a little convoluted from a storytelling standpoint. I give it a 7.8. If you're going to read them, please buy all of them. I'm really curious to see how this reads, like a binge read, like in a trade paperback. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Now, I have a trade paperback to review, but, my next book, oh shit. And we'll do it like Star Wars. Who? Dr. Alpha, motherfucker. That chick right there. Now, that's this, I tell you, the dude that does the art on here, Walker, I don't even know who is he? Kev Walker. He's been a lot better than he was in this issue. Alright? But you got Vader fighting this dude here. This guy is an immortal Jedi. And you're like, an immortal Jedi? Who the hell's that? Yeah. You gotta read Dr. Offer to find out who that is, because this dude was in several issues. He can control circuitry and machines. Now he's pretty much corporeal in this robot cyborg body. Dr. Aphra kind of manipulates Vader. Yes, manipulates Vader. She's fucking smart, yo. Like I said, she's like Tomb Raider / Indiana fucking Jones. Alright, that's how sharp she is. That's the reason she can last and fuck with Sith Lords and still get by. Alright, she's got these 2 homicidal droids named BT and 000, and they're homicidal. They're fucked up. Their droids are like assassin droids. They're the evil versions of C3 and R2. They're hilarious. They're fantastic. I fucking love them. Alright, so Dr. Aphra manipulates Vader into taking out this REY guy because now she can't control him. Okay? And some other things happen. It looks like this is going to be the end of the series until the last 2 pages. Because I was like, what? This series isn't ending. And it's not. Dr. Aphra's going to be back in the fold. She's going to be back in the shit. And she's Rey's mom, motherfuckers. So you got to keep her active, right? So, what did I give it? I give it a 7. Because you know, I grade books on single issue readability. All right, and what I mean by that is I want somebody that don't know comic books to go to the comic shop, go, oh, Blazing D said this was fucking awesome. He gave it a 9. You pick it up and you're like, you may be a little lost, but there's going to be so much cool shit, you're going to be fucking hooked. That's what I do. That's the whole reason for this fucking show. Okay, I'm not a reviewer that is going to say everything's great, because everything ain't great. Dr. Offer was okay this week, but as a series, it's been really, really good. And for Star Wars fans, I definitely want people to read this. So, Dr. Offer, it's a good series. Check it out. It's on issue 13. You can get it in trade. Steal it on the internet. I don't give a fuck. All right. This is the pick of the week. This is, Mike, I'll leave you a little marker right there. I don't even know if you can fucking see those anymore. But this is my pick of the week. On the iTunes version, if you haven't listened to the iTunes version, you really should. Mike's got stingers in there and music and all kinds of shit as I talk and does crazy shit. It's awesome. And when he does pick of the week, he's got like this pick of the week, like this metal growl and like this guitar riff in the background. It's fucking dope. I love it. But here's my shirtless. No, if shirtless came out this week, it probably would be my pick of the week. You're making fun of me, Jamie. God damn it. Jamie's referring to Shirtless Bear Fighter. And I fucking love Shirtless Bear Fighter. It's going to be one of my top 5 picks of the year. This is my pick of the week, and it's not your average comic book, and I'm going to show you why. Here's Negan. Okay, now the reason I say that is, see that this is a hardback trade paperback. What the Walking Dead magazine what they did was, Jesus Christ, there was too much vodka in that already. What the Walking Dead magazine did, every month they came out, they would have 2 or 3 pages in the back of their magazine, and they were chronicling Negan's origin. Where did Negan come from? Why does he call his bat Lucille? Okay? So, and like, you had to buy the magazine. Like I said, it was only a couple pages. It's been going on for like a year. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not buying the magazine for 2 pages. I'll wait till it comes out in something cool like this. Alright? It's really cool. It's big pages. I'll show you. If you haven't ever seen a Walking Dead comic book, it's Walking Dead. It's Kirkman and everything else. If you've never read a Walking Dead comic book and you love Negan on the TV show, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen shit. Negan is one of the funniest motherfuckers in comic books. He's hilarious. I love him. It makes my wife so mad because I'm like, man, Negan, he killed Glenn, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, she's fucking hitting me with shit. I'm like, I get it. He killed Glenn. I get it. He killed Abraham. I loved Abraham. Abraham was great. But Negan, this gives you a look into what happened with Negan. It gave you a look into his life beforehand. I'm not going to spoil any of it. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what he did in his previous life because it's fucking hilarious. I'm not going to tell you about the tragedy that kind of turned Negan into the way he is now. Now, I give this a solid fucking 9. This was a good fucking read. I'd never read any of it. It makes total sense. It's hilarious. It's got great action. The art is fantastic as always. Allard and Kirkman, they nail it. And they make Negan fucking human. And that's what I love about Negan. Is he any different than Rick? No, he's not any fucking different than Rick. Yeah, he's a little more, he's the showman that Rick's not. And that was the whole Glenn shit. I mean, Rick has killed fucking people. That's what Negan did. Now, did Rick make a spectacle out of it? No, he didn't. But Negan has a reason why he does what he does. You don't have to agree with it, but his goal and Rick's goal are the same. Now, this leads me to my next point, and this will be it for the show. Because I have a retirement party to go to tonight, and I'm very excited about Eric Pender's retirement party. It's going to be fun. And there's going to be a lot of cops there, so I can talk a lot of shit, and they really can't do anything about it. But in the comic book, I don't want to spoil anything, but I hope to God they try on the TV show what they've done to Negan in the comic book. Out of everything that Negan has done, is there any way that he could get redemption in the group, in Rick's group? Is there any way? I know you're doing what my wife does, and she's going, no, fuck no, I can hear you all now. No, fuck him, he's fucking nuts, he's crazy. I'm telling you, Kirkman is writing an amazing story, character development with Negan. It makes you think, what if he did this? What if he did this? What if he did this? Would he not gain any semblance of forgiveness? It's such a great comic book. Please check it out. I know I don't review it a lot on the show because I'm telling you right now, every issue would be an 8.5 or a 9. I mean, it's that good of a series. And this Negan shit has been incredible. I just only hope they try to tackle these tough questions on the TV show. It'd be such great TV. Such great TV. But yeah, check out Here's Negan. It's awesome. Now it's $20. Okay, because it is a hardback. You can put that on a shelf. You can put it on your coffee table. You have people over. Sure, they're Walking Dead fans. Hey, what's this? Oh, this is Negan's origin story. That's going to be a fucking conversation starter for sure. Especially over some fucking drinks. Y'all can like reenact it, play it out like a play, and you can say all the fuckity fucks that Negan does in the book. If you love Negan on a TV show, you absolutely have no idea what you're missing in the comic book. So again, guys, if there's a moral of this fucking story on this show, TV, movies are great. Comic books are like my penis and just this much better. All right, guys, that's it for the show. I've got to get out of here. I'm on a time crunch today. Thank you so much. I know it was kind of fucked up the way, I didn't advertise what time I was going to be on. Will not happen next week, I promise. But everybody, it's Friday. Get out, enjoy yourself. It's beautiful a lot of the part of the country. I don't know where you're at right now, but it's beautiful outside. Get the fuck outside. Go have a beer. Go have a drink. Go walk your fucking dog. I don't know. Go get laid. I don't care. That's what I'm going to try to do tonight. I doubt it happens. I'm married now, so it never happens. But I'm going to try. But guys, have a good weekend. Thank you for watching The Blazing Defender. Oh, and for you guys that have been leaving reviews, I didn't even know you could do this. On the Facebook page, on the Blazing Defender Facebook page, Philadelphia. That's funny, Jamie. That's pretty good. I like that. And thank you guys for saying it was an awesome show. I didn't really have a lot. I just kind of combined it real fast. So thank you for that. I was kind of worried if it was suck or not. So check. You can leave reviews on the Facebook page. For all you all that have done that, thank you so much. It's awesome, and you've had really awesome things to say. For you guys that have left reviews on iTunes, thank you so much. That really helps me out. It really helps me out as far as like getting sponsorship down the road and getting more money from the sponsors I get now. So I really, really appreciate that, guys. Again, as always, one race, guys. There's one race. The world's fucked up right now. It's crazy. We've got to start being able to lean and support each other. Okay? So love one another. Treat people like you want to be fucking treated, man. Always kind of have that in the back of your mind. We're always going to fuck up. I fuck up all the time. But I always try to keep somebody else's needs in front of mine if I can. So, all right, guys. Have a great weekend. See you later. Go to your comic book shop. Peace.